Have you ever felt like relationships are a kind of a game? Sometimes you win love, sometimes you lose it. Sometimes you chase, and other times you're the one being chased. But what if I told you that most of us are playing this game unconsciously, repeating emotional patterns that started long before we even knew what love meant? Today, we're going to explore the psychology behind relationships, the hidden rules, emotional traps, and the ways we can break free to build something real, balanced, and healthy. Welcome to the game of relationships. Let's start with a simple truth. Most people don't enter relationships as their true selves. They enter as their adapted selves, the version they think will be loved, accepted, or chosen. From the very beginning, we are taught how to play roles. Some of us become the giver, always trying to please others. Some become the fixer, trying to heal someone's pain. Others become the runner, afraid of losing freedom or getting hurt. But underneath these roles, there's usually one core fear. If I show who I really am, I won't be loved. And that's where the game begins. It's not a game we play on purpose. It's a psychological game of protection. We protect ourselves from rejection, abandonment, and pain by controlling how much we give, how much we show, and how close we let people get. Every relationship operates on an invisible system of emotional exchange. You might not see it, but it's there. A silent trade of attention, affection, validation, and control. Think about it. When one person pulls away, the other usually chases. When one becomes distant, the other becomes anxious. And when one person feels too dependent, they suddenly need space. This constant back and forth creates emotional tension, and tension often feels like chemistry, but it's not always love. Sometimes it's just emotional addiction. Psychologists call this the push-pull dynamic. It's the pattern where one person's fear of intimacy triggers the other's fear of abandonment, and they keep dancing in circles, feeding each other's insecurities. To really understand this, we have to go back, not to our first relationship, but to our first connection, our childhood caregivers. Psychology calls this our attachment style, and it shapes how we love as adults. If you had secure attachment, you probably learned that love feels safe. If you had anxious attachment, you might fear being abandoned, so you cling or overthink. If you had avoidant attachment, you may fear losing independence, so you pull away when things get serious. And if you had disorganized attachment, you might crave love and fear it at the same time, feeling torn between closeness and protection. Here's the key. We don't attract random people. We attract the people who activate our attachment wounds. That's why someone emotionally unavailable might feel exciting, or why someone who doesn't chase you back feels like a challenge. Your nervous system doesn't seek peace, it seeks what's familiar. Now, let's talk about the biggest player in this game, the ego. The ego doesn't care about connection. It cares about control, validation, and winning. In relationships, it turns love into a scorecard. You've probably seen this before. who texts first, who cares more, who's more invested. The moment we start keeping score, we've left the space of love and entered the game of ego. The ego sees vulnerability as weakness, so it protects itself by pretending not to care, by manipulating emotions, or by withdrawing affection to gain power. But here is the paradox. The more we protect ourselves from love, the less of it we experience. The truth is, love is not about winning, it's about understanding. And the most powerful person in a relationship isn't the one who controls, it's the one who's emotionally aware. Here is something deep. Every person you fall for is a mirror reflecting parts of you. You don't just fall in love with someone because of who they are. You fall in love with the parts of yourself you see in them, or the parts you wish you had. That's why relationships are such powerful teachers. They bring to the surface everything we haven't held yet. Our insecurities, fears, and unmet needs. When someone triggers you, it's easy to say they're the problem. But what if that trigger is a message from your own subconscious saying, there is something here you still need to heal? Instead of blaming the other, try asking, what part of me is being shown right now? That's emotional intelligence. That's how you stop reacting and start understanding. Let's look at some common emotional games people play without even realizing it. Number 1 is the silent treatment game, using silence to punish or control. Number 2 is the victim game, constantly seeking sympathy instead of responsibility. Number 3 is the savior game, trying to rescue or fix others to feel worthy. Number 4 is the distance game, pulling away to feel in control or safe. Number 5, the test game, setting emotional traps to see how much they care. The tragedy is, these games are not evil. They are defense mechanisms. They are ways our inner child tries to stay safe. But safety and love are not the same thing. And as long as we keep playing these games, we'll keep losing at the only thing we truly want, real connection. So how do you stop playing the game? Step 1 is awareness. You can't change what you don't see. Notice your patterns, who you chase, who you avoid, how you react when you feel unloved. Step 2 is emotional responsibility. Stop blaming others for your feelings. You might not control what someone does, but you do control how you respond and what you tolerate. Step 3 is inner healing. That means reconnecting with parts of you that were ignored, abandoned, or silenced. You can't build a healthy relationship if your inner world is still fighting old battles. Step 4 is authentic communication. Speak your truth without attacking. Listen without defending. Emotional maturity begins when we talk about our needs without turning them into weapons. And step 5 is choose love over power. Real love doesn't need control. It needs trust, space, and respect. It's not about possession. It's about partnership. Healthy love isn't built on drama, chase, or fear of loss. It's built on safety, growth, and respect. Here is what that looks like. You both take accountability for your emotions. You both feel safe being honest. You can disagree without fear of rejection. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. When two emotionally aware people come together, they don't play to win. They play to understand each other. And that's how love stops being a game and becomes a journey. Most toxic relationship patterns come from codependency. When your sense of worth depends on someone else's approval or attention, you start to think, if they love me, I'm enough. If they leave, I'm nothing. But emotional independence means you can love deeply without losing yourself. You don't chase, you choose. You don't beg for attention, you express your needs. You don't fear being alone because you know your value doesn't come from being chosen, but from being authentic. True love happens between two complete people, not two halves looking to fill each other's emptiness. When you finally understand the game, something beautiful happens. You stop playing. You no longer need to manipulate or probe yourself. You stop chasing validation. You stop trying to win someone's love. And instead, you become love. And that's when relationships transform. Because the more self-aware you become, the more emotionally safe you feel. And the safer you feel, the deeper you can love. So the next time you find yourself in a relationship, remember this. You're not there to fix, control, or win. You're there to grow, learn, and connect. Love is not a game to win. It's an awareness to live. If this video resonates with you, take a moment to reflect. What part of the game have you been playing? The chaser, the runner, the fixer, or the one afraid to love? Awareness is the first step towards freedom, because when you understand your patterns, you finally have the power to change them. Thank you for watching The Game of Relationship. If you found this video meaningful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on psychology, emotional growth, and self-awareness. Until next time, take care of your heart and play no more games.